of putting our new shadow onto Wendy. The first thing is to make sure that your eyelids are clean, and then what you want to do is you want to take the primer, and you know what the primer is, and you put the primer all over the eyelid, which I'm going to do right now.
Are we just doing one eye?
Yeah, just going to do one eye. Okay, so the primer goes all over the eyelid, right up to the eyebrow. And let it dry. You want to make sure that it's dry before you start putting on the makeup so that it will adhere. And you also want to do your eyelashes first. So, you know, you can either put the primer on, then the eyelashes, or the eyelashes and then the primer. That's the first step. Okay, second step is we're going to use the applicator in the case or your own applicator. The case comes, maybe Beth can get a picture of this.
I thought you could take a picture of your picture and send it to me.
This is the applicator that comes with the kit. Notice there are 4 colors, and if you look closely, you'll see each one is numbered. And they go from light to dark, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I recommend is, if you're going to use the applicator, one side of each applicator should be a color, or use 4 separate applicators, so you've got one for each of the 4 colors. So we're going to start with the darkest color, and we're going to do a line across Wendy's eye socket. Very thin line, but nevertheless, you're going to see it. She's going to close her eyes, and her eye socket is right about here. I'm just going to do a line across her eye socket, and I'm going to come up a little bit on the end rather than finish it off by going down. We don't want a downward line, we want an upward line. So that's the first step. And don't worry too much about where the colors are because we're going to blend them. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the white, it's actually off-white, and we're going to put that above that line we drew on her eye socket. And we're just going to blend it in right up to the eyebrow. You can close your eyes a little bit, make them taut. Yeah, good. Okay.
Sorry, I can see it. I'm doing just fine.
Probably didn't like that dry. Okay, now we're going to take the number 2, and we're going to use another side of the applicator. And number 2, which is the lightest color, goes in the center of the eye closest to the nose. So, and as you're putting it on, you're going to notice that they all kind of blend in a little bit. But the idea of putting a lighter color into the center is it shows your eye up better. It gives a little brightness into the center of the eye around the face. Then you're going to go to number 3, and I need another applicator for that. And number 3 is going to go into the middle of the eye. Right next to, I'm just going to color, it's like filling in the numbers. So the number 2 is there, number 3 is here, and then we're going to do number 4, which was the one that I used also for the eye socket. And we're going to put that on the outside and blend it in up into the line that we made for the eye socket. So you actually have 3 colors there. And then we go back and we kind of define it a little more. Maybe we need to put a little more here. But basically, you've got 3 colors on the eyelid. Color number 1 is up here, that's the lightest. Color number 2 is inside the eye, 3 in the middle of the eye, and 4 on the outside of the eye. And I'm not going to put on the eyeliner, but that is what would go on probably after the eyelashes and that as well. So let's just see how it came out. So once you look at your eye, what I would do here is I'd put a little more dark on her, because if I can get this open, I'm always opening on the other side. Okay, we're going to put a little darker on her. And again, you can use any brushes you want. just to bring it up and out a little bit. So basically we're letting these two colors kind of disappear and we're blending this part up and out. And with eyelashes, it should look very smashing. Thank you.